So I've been working with diabetics since my friend in 1999, Scott, introduced me to the world of blood sugar monitoring. He's type 1 diabetic, and I learned about insulin sensitivity and insulin resistance through him. So thanks, Scott, for the introduction there to this. And I started measuring my blood sugar back in 1999, etc. I'm not diabetic, but in 2000, the doctor said to me that I was pre-diabetic because I was really eating too much fat, and we know fat blocks the insulin receptor and will cause insulin resistance. And if that insulin resistance continues, you get type 2 diabetes. Gestational diabetes also is very common in women who get cravings for fatty foods as they're pregnant, etc. We're going to talk about skipping breakfast raises insulin, and insulin causes weight gain primarily because insulin is very, very anabolic. Insulin is used by many bodybuilders and powerlifters to increase, and sumo wrestlers even use insulin these days to increase body weight. Sumo wrestlers, the main reason sumo wrestlers skip breakfast is because they know it causes more weight gain long term. People are like, well, I skip breakfast and I lost weight. It's like, yeah, in the short term maybe, but long term, all right, skipping breakfast, that's what the sumos do. Like, if you're a sumo wrestler, there's two things you can't do. Actually, there's a few things you can't do. But sumo wrestler, you're not allowed to be a vegan. All right, if you want to be a vegan as a sumo wrestler, they're like, go join the karate club because you won't be able to get so fat as to be a sumo. All right, so you're not allowed to be a vegan as a sumo. And the second one is you have to skip breakfast. There's no breakfast allowed in sumo because skipping breakfast and then training fasted helps you gain more weight. And girls out there going, hang on, I've been skipping breakfast and training, and yeah, that's why I can't lose weight. Or I lose weight and then I'm fat 6 months later. Or fatter. Yeah, that's what's going on. So you never skip breakfast unless you're trying to gain weight. Which is that's a good thing to do. If you want to gain weight, skip breakfast. But then the problem is your cortisol's high and you can feel a bit moody, etc. Caffeine. All right, caffeine can lower insulin sensitivity, aka rise insulin resistance. Okay, that means your cells don't react to the insulin as much as they could, etc., etc. So effects of coffee, aka caffeine consumption, on insulin resistance. So meta-analysis. So yeah, we're seeing that caffeine reduces insulin sensitivity in healthy subjects. Okay, so it's the main thing with caffeine is it's going to affect your sleep that night. So less is more. And if you have any anxiety issues, cut out caffeine entirely. And maybe if caffeine does work for you, have times where you don't have it every day so you can get that deep quality sleep. Right? Have weeks without caffeine, have months without caffeine. A lot of people are like, I ain't doing that. Just letting you know the truth here, giving you options. So never skip breakfast and reduce your caffeine consumption because caffeine raises cortisol. Skipping breakfast raises cortisol. And look at what cortisol does to insulin resistance. Okay, cortisol increases insulin resistance, which will increase your body weight. So depending if you want to gain weight or lose weight, if you want to gain weight, you want to have insulin resistance. If you want to lose weight, you want to have insulin sensitivity. If you want to feel your best, you want to have insulin sensitivity. If you want to have your best health, insulin sensitivity, you want to increase that.